Hello, everyone, and welcome to Manhattan Committee Board 11 Public Safety and Transportation Committee this September the 11th, 2025. My name is Michelle Wilshire Clement. I am the chair of this committee, and I would like you to introduce yourself. Pascal is the vice chair of this committee. All right. No one, I just want to go ahead and follow some ground rules at first. But before we do that, can we just please take a moment of silence for this particular day and a few moments of all the people. Thank you for honoring this day. The ground rules for this committee is that no one may speak until granted the floor. CB11 members, if you have a question about board business or wish to make a motion, please raise your hand and wait to be recognized. To raise your hand through Zoom, click the participants icon and you will find the raised hand function there. Members should not engage in a back and forth discussion. The chair will recognize the next person to speak. Please keep your questions and comments brief and on topic to the discussion. And for the members of the public, if you have a question or comment about the subjects on the agenda, please raise your hand and wait to be recognized. Okay, and our staff liaison is Khalid Nixon. Can you please call us to order?
Okay, members, be mindful that there are 13 members on this committee, 7 are needed for quorum. Leslie Colon. Carlos Diaz.
Present.
Pascal Hano.
Present.
Wanda Hopkins. I'm sure she's not online. Absent. Kyoka Jackson.
Yes.
Christina Johnson. Jewel Jones.
Here.
Sage Mason.
Here.
Carolyn Percy. Valerie Ponte.
Here.
Don Sanders.
Yes.
Thank you, Don. Derek Stampone.
Present.
Michelle Wilshire Clement.
Present.
Thank you. You have quorum, Chair.
Thank you. We have the meeting minutes from, well, first, can everyone take a look at the agenda? And if no one objects to the agenda, we'll adopt it. Since there are no objections, we will adopt the September 2025 agenda for today. And did anyone have a chance to take a look at the minutes for June of last year? Last year, as in for us, being that this is the first time that we are gathering together for this time period. So in the phase of no objections, we will accept the June 2025 minutes. And at this particular point, we have announcements. And I would like to start off with Debbie to make the announcement.
Hi, everyone. My name is Debbie Quinones, and I'm one of the founders of the Boricua Icons Initiative. And on Saturday, we're having the street naming for Dr. Antonia Pentojas, who actually lived here in East Harlem. For people that don't know, she was one of the founders of Aspira New York, as well as a champion for bilingual education here in New York City, in New York State. And she was a recipient of the Medal of Freedom from President Clinton. And I wanted to take this opportunity to extend an invitation to you. And then after the session, at 3 o'clock, we're gonna have a reception at Art Space where they're gonna show the documentary about her life. So I just want to extend my gratitude to the committee for continuously supporting the work that we do in terms of naming streets. And I'm just pleased that people see the value in this and understand the concept of preservation and heritage management in light of a community that continues to be changing. And we look forward to having street names that stay. So I want to thank you for that, and as always, Love you guys.
Thank you. Okay, and we have a few more announcements that are, okay. Do I have to wait?
Oh, and as a former member, I totally know the work that you do, so I appreciate you. And I understand that it takes a lot to do this work.
Yes.
And I was on the board from 1987 to 2019, so I understand all the joy and all the rest. So I'm happy to say good night. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. As we know that she has come with a few street namings and each one has been extremely well vetted, and that's why we have accepted them. Hello there. Please note that Christina Johnson has now entered the building. Thank you, Christina. Highly appreciative. Okay, we have two more announcements. One of them is from Sergeant, two of them actually are from Sergeant Tiffany Howe.
One of the pictures that you get.
Yes, I sent you the picture, yes.
This one?
Yes. Saturday Night Lights, which we heard from last year, is a program that helps youth to be off the street. And there are a lot of programs all over the city. This is something that is going from, right now it's in Brooklyn, and there's another one, they're trying to open up all over in every borough. Right now, this one is in Brooklyn, but I want our children to know that it exists and possibly it will be in East Harlem. I gave her a space that might be a good space for it. But I just wanted y'all to know about it and to, kids roll. So that is one of them. And then the other one was there was a kids boxing thing in the Bronx, 17601 Walton Avenue, which is a free program. And that's also in different boroughs, but not in Harlem yet because of how expensive it is. So I gave her a few spaces saying, take a look. We are available. Okay.
And this is a part of Saturday Night Lights?
Yeah.
So doesn't it have to be a part of, it's not just a space, it has to be a part of the Saturday Night Lights program?
Well, the space and the space that we get can't be very expensive. It has to be a very low lease amount. So I'm just giving different spaces that would have either Saturday Night Lights or some sort of program so that kids can be off the street and doing something productive. Do we have any more announcements?
No one has your hand raised online.
Okay. So now we will have our informational updates. City agencies. Do we have any city agencies from the 2-3 or the 2-5 precincts?
You have Detective Powers. She's online.
Hello, Detective Powers. You have the floor.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about out and about. Overall, the 25th precinct, 28-day period, we are down 29. But
Can you get a little closer to your mic?
Sorry, Detective. You're cutting out a little bit. We're only getting like every other word. Detective Powers, can you hear us?
We can't hear you at all now.
can you hear me now? Or
Yes.
okay. That's fine. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great night. Sorry for my camera. I'm out and about. Overall for the 25th precinct, we are down by 28%. For murder, we have 0 murders.
Bad connection.
We have a bad connection. Would you like to call back, Detective Powers?
Okay, let me hang up and then I'll call back.
Thank you. In the interim, when she's calling back, I just wanted to make the announcement that I had tried to switch with license and permits for the time period. However, it was not possible, so the time period of Thursday, second Thursday of the month will remain our time until further notice. Did you hear that, Detective Powers?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. Where I'm at, my service is a little bad. I'm out and about. So for the 25th precinct, we are down in crime by 28%. For the 28-day period, we have 0 murders. We have 1 rape, but that was domestic violence related. We are down in robberies by 7% with 8 compared to 19. We have 27 felony assaults. We are down by 20 to 37 that we had. Had 8 burglaries, 28-day period. Grand larceny by 32%. 7. Grand autos, we have 6 for the as far
I'm
as
sorry,
reports,
what you said
major
there? You're cutting out in and
for
out
grand
again,
larceny auto.
Detective.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
just have
I'm
her.
so sorry.
It's okay, Detective. Maybe you can just forward us the report and I can just make it available for our committee members.
Yeah.
Is that, can you do that for us?
Okay, I can do it. I have to like get by a computer and then I can
Sure.
just do
Yeah, not, of course, most definitely.
Okay, thank you so much. I just wanted to ask you, do you know of particularly how, there were some people that were leaving their cars with their car on the Uber people, has that gone down?
So yes, with the grand larceny autos is down by 32%. We have 6 compared to 14. So it is getting better with grand larceny autos. A lot of people are locking their doors. We also are alerting them about like, the car thefts, the catalytic converters and stuff like that. So we have been seeing improvement with that. Can you guys hear me? Because I could just give you like more the informational updates if.
I can hear you a lot better now.
Okay. All right. So as far as major incidents, one we had on August 26th. So August 26th on a Tuesday inside of 14 East 116th Street. We had we had multiple phone calls from a person who like they heard gunshots. So they went to the apartment and they found a male. He was unconscious. Upon further investigation, it was an accidental gun charge, and he accidentally shot himself in the leg. They took him to the hospital where he was pronounced DOA. I'm sorry. As far as the investigation is concerned, it was considered accidental. He had it in his waist, and the gun went off. The second information update, it's happened on Wednesday, September 3rd. We had a 3-alarm fire inside of 221 East 122nd Street, apartment 1902. Upon further investigation, they found an elderly woman. She was 71 years old. She was DOA on the couch. Upon further investigation, the fire was started because she was a smoker. It was a lit cigarette, and the cigarette, caught fire in the couch, and she was demolished from the smoke inhalation. The informational update, it was a shots fired incident on Friday, September 5th, 2025. It happened at 7 p.m. on the southwest corner of East 126th Street and First Avenue. There was multiple shot spotter alerts that came off from that location. Upon arrival, officers saw that there was no one there, no witnesses. However, they found 2 shell cases at the scene. The hospital kept adults. We have our next community council update is, I'm sorry, our next community council meeting is Wednesday, September 17th at 6 p.m. and then be inside the 25th Street.
Okay, thank you. One of the people contacted me saying that there is still a lot of presence of unhoused individuals on 106, in the 106th Street subway area, where people are acting up. Is there still a presence? I know that that was happening at the beginning of the summer. Is there still a presence now at 116th Street?
So yes, that presence is still there. We actually have our FTUs, the newer class, they all patrol that area now. And we also have
Okay.
some members of SRG, and we have like fly-ins from like other commands. They come and have they patrol over 116 all the way down to like Second Avenue, from Second Avenue to Fifth Avenue. So you'll see them walking them about. But I know our main concern was 116 in Park, and 116 in Lex, especially by the train station. So we do have most of our officers there.
Thank you.
But yeah, even though the summer is over, there's still foot posts along like the most, high crime areas like 116th Street, 125th Street, and now remain throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you. Sage would like to ask a question too.
Yeah, I have a couple questions. The first is, can you remind me what the southern boundary of the 25th precinct is?
The borderline.
Yes.
So our border is 115th Street.
Okay,
So
thank you.
the north side is us, the south is the 23rd precinct.
Okay. And then the firearm that was at, I think you said 14 East 116th Street, where the guy shot himself in the leg. Was that a legal firearm?
So
Or
that's what
was
they're
that?
trying to investigate now. Like they're still trying to ascertain, so they found that he wasn't a member of service, but now they're like digging in to see like if he was a member of service, outside. He was 72 years old. They're still trying to figure out what register. So that's what they're still investigating now. So he was the calls rang out, and then there was other calls from the other apartments next door. By the time they got there and they rushed him to the hospital, he was, he died from his injuries from the blood.
And then my last question was just, I've noticed that it seems like police are walking in packs of 3 now. Is that an update as a result of something? Because I feel like usually they were operating in pairs.
Well, normally, so what you see is you'll see FTUs. So you'll see a senior cop, and then you'll see 2 other cops that just graduated. So some is more training, others is they just want people to be paired up or it frees protection purposes. Because it's about 20 cops that graduated. So they have more than foot instead of just 2, they put 3, sometimes 4. So it's nothing major, but
Yeah, it's not a new thing.
Okay.
It's not a
yeah.
new thing.
I wonder if it was a surge of resources or something.
No, it's not a new
No,
thing.
it's still
It's
new.
experience. It's experience and learning from the people that have been on the force longer. Do you have any more questions?
No.
Thank you, Detective Powers. I appreciate you coming and giving your expertise and your update, as well as I just wanted you to notice, I know I called you a few times. Our time
No
period is Thursday. Okay?
Okay, no worries. You can call me anytime you want. No worries. That's what I'm here for. So
Thank you.
everybody have a good night. Be safe.
Take care. Bye-bye. Do we have anyone from the 23rd?
Doesn't seem that way. No.
No?
Doesn't. No.
Okay.
From the 23rd.
All right, and I can see that we have an individual here from the Department of Transportation.
Oh, can I say something about the 2/3? Since nobody's here, I just think it's a shame that nobody's here after what happened. What was it, a week or 2 ago with Robin,
Yeah.
right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Yeah, I think it's awful. Could have happened to anybody in our community, getting shot by a stray bullet. Yeah, I don't know what else to, I think we should address that.
Well, we don't know exactly what's going on, right? Because there could be another emergency that's happening at this particular point. I have been in conversation with them along the way. Especially with trying to change the time. I have had a few conversations. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt at this particular point, but we do want an update from them. And they will be contacted again. And now, from the Department of Transportation,
Thank you, Michelle.
please introduce yourself.
Right. Thank you, Michelle. My name is Rafael Escano, Manhattan Borough Planner from the Manhattan Borough Commissioner's Office. I'm here representing the Department of Transportation. As far as update, I only have one update, and it's regarding the Third Avenue complete redesign. It's going well, and hopefully will be started to be implemented as a matter of fact, and it will be done fully by 2026.
Completed at like in the new year, or do you mean like a time, like summer?
Yeah, what's happening now that the painting area is being done. As far as the concrete, the things that they're going to be building on the road, it will probably be at the end of this year, at the beginning of 26.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
So it's been implemented as we speak.
and as you know of our misgivings about the Third Avenue redesign,
Right.
and how we disagreed with a lot of it. And we saw that specifically the first responders areas have been left untouched, thank goodness. And the signs went up saying, okay, this is NYPD parking, this is FDNY parking, this is, so that the angle parking has remained the same. Will that be changed?
So yes,
As during this completion portion that you have alluded to?
yes, that has been addressed.
It has been addressed, but are you
Addressed
gonna
and-
try to change that?
Implementation of the project is by parts. So do something now that we do the other bit later. It's not done all at the same time. There's different stages. But it will be done, and all the things that you have brought up to our attention will be addressed accordingly.
Just adding, because right now, not only is there angled parking, but there are people parking above that, so that it's even reducing it's making a bottleneck on Third Avenue. The buses are no longer actually in the bus lane, but the bus lane is an empty space, and they're within the flow of traffic or the non-flow of traffic, making it basically a parking lot. So it has not increased the speed it's decreased the speed of everything. Did you have a point to make, Valerie?
Most of the angle parking is done by the police department.
Yes,
And these guys don't live in the city, most of them. So they drive their cars in here, and they've always been angle parked in that area. So I don't know how you say that it's being taken care of. I don't know how they're gonna appreciate that at all.
We have been in communication with the department.
But where they gonna park, because I don't know.
the
But sometimes they park under the overpass on Park Avenue, which they're not supposed to be there either, some of them. But where they gonna park? Because they don't take public transportation in here. They drive it.
There have been conversations with both the fire department and the NYPD
Are they gonna take
regard
public parking?
to those parking space. And there have been conversation about getting other area, designated other area for those vehicles that are owned by those city employees.
Could you tell us where?
so Valerie, that meant yes.
No, that's not,
That public parking will be taken.
that's what I'm
It has to be, it's gonna be addressed because remember, there is a bike lane and,
So the people with the bike lane want to take the public parking, the cops gonna take the public parking. It's ridiculous. And you're gonna remove people about this situation of, it's still pending, it's still working, you've done it, and you know it, just like you did on 96th Street. It's done.
Okay, so we're going to move along.
And then also, I would like to clarify that this committee did opt to support the project, specifically by the letter that we wrote. Community Board 11 supports the Public Department of Transportation's proposed redesign of the 3rd Avenue project from 96
However,
to.
we
We
had
had questions.
concerns.
True, under protest due to DOT's lack of transparency in the process, et cetera, and so forth. But our letter doesn't explicitly state those concerns. So I would want to suggest in the future when we're making correspondence, because all it needs is that Community Board 11 supports the project, and that's enough. So I would, suggest in the future with this committee, if you don't support a project, vote to not support a project and explicitly state that in our correspondence.
Which is what we did with 116th Street.
Yeah.
And what we did with 96. We didn't approve 96.
No, that went in the head so fast that we didn't have a chance. I do have some concerns for, we're hitting on topic, go ahead.
Just on transportation, just a comment, or a question and a comment. When you repave the roads, how long does it take for you to initially draw the lines back for parking, like angled parking? Because 112 was repaved, I want to say maybe earlier this year, last year, and they just drew the parking lines like 2 weeks ago. And then the comment I had is they put signs up saying, don't park there on the Thursday, for Thursday. And people didn't park there. Thursday came, they never drew the lines. It wasn't until like the next week, Tuesday, that randomly in the morning, everyone's car is getting towed because they're drawing the lines. Of course, they put the cars back, but that's still an inconvenience because cars were towed, moved, relocated, so, yeah.
When they were relocated, DOT put it back, or the drivers?
Oh, DOT put it back, yeah. My car was towed and moved. It wasn't put back in the same spot, but on the same block. So that's how I know, they did it, but I didn't even know that they were repaving. I guess they put it the day before, and I think it might have been on Wednesday they did it. Tuesday, I don't have to move it because I know Wednesday is no alternate side, so I don't even go check it. I go check it maybe Wednesday night. So that's just my comment.
No, I appreciate your comments. It's very difficult for us to determine as to when the job is going to be finished. It's based on so many variables that sometimes when I call the units or send an email to the units that is in charge of this kind of work, they're unable to tell me exactly what's going to happen. So I'm kind of hesitant to reach out to the constituent or to the community board to tell them this is going to be done now, because it seems that the answer is so kind of inconsistent at times.
Gotcha. I would just advise or maybe advocate that we at least get a specific timeline. Like if the road is finished, maybe they'll draw the lines within a week or like a month or something like that. Because the lines weren't there for like almost a year.
A month, really?
It wasn't there for a long time.
Which is something that happened with 3rd Avenue at one point. Last year, where it wasn't drawn for months and months and people were helter-skelter.
Yeah.
So if there is a pattern. I don't know if there's a pattern in Lower Manhattan, but there's a pattern in our area.
And, your concern is justifiable. I would like to know when that happens so I can really escalate it and reach out to even the deputy commissioner.
Thank you. Derek, and then Christine, if it's still on the same.
Yeah.
topic.
Yes.
Derek Stampone, new member of the committee, excited to be here with all of you. It's a question that builds off of what Pascal was asking about. So a street recently paved near me, Madison Avenue, near Marcus Garvey Park, from 120 up to 124. took a long time to get paved, and I understand the reasons why that is. But the paving has been completed for a while now, and no lines have been painted. And because of that particular part of Madison Avenue with the reverse angle parking, and there's like a wide buffer between the parking and then the driving part of it, it's just a madhouse of cars all over the place. Forget about daylighting. I mean, there's a lot of that there should be no parking, but because there are no lines, you know, I guess people forgot what the lines used to look like, and they've decided they don't have to follow what they know they should be doing. So again, the question is, what is the timeline between when a project the paving would be completed, when the lines would be painted, and again, highlighting this isn't, not to diminish Patel's side street, but like this is Madison Avenue, like this is not a tiny traveled street, and just emphasizing like the lines on the street are very important for traffic calming and all of those sorts of things.
Christina?
Oh, sorry, I got lost for a minute. So quick question, when are the lights on Third Avenue going to be synchronized again to match the flow of traffic? Because the last time we had a conversation, you stated that the lights were slowed down because of accidents, right? But now it is creating a nightmare of traffic on Third Avenue. I drive up and down Third Avenue a lot of times, and I've not been able to drive more than 15 miles an hour and stopping at every single light.
Let me just address your concern. That is now is between 120 and 124, and the lane has not been painted.
There are no lines painted. Any of the parking lines.
That's not angle parking there.
There's back end angle parking on the west side and multiple drives.
Raphael, I think that
And
this pertains to what Derek said, so that you can answer it all together.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no angle parking, like the lines there are not there, and also Madison at that point is 2 lanes, so there's not even the lines for lanes. It's right next to the school, the park is there. Even before the school, there's a lane for like right turning only. I don't think that's there anymore. So it's like Derek said, it's kind of like free fall when you drive down that.
Yeah, that's been going on for.
It's been paved since maybe July or something, and the lines aren't there. So I would say like my 112 is a pretty big street, but it's just 1 lane. But there are a lot of cars on there, but that's 2 lanes. So 112 is done. If you can like immediately address the issue.
Yes, right. Like the northbound buses use that. Like that's.
Okay, so the second part was signal, the traffic signals.
Yes.
I was under the impression that was only south of 96.
No, it is north of 96. It's north.
So that
So
includes.
south of
north
96, the lights work fine. But as soon as you get to 96th Street, everything slows down and traffic builds.
Then we had an individual from one of the precincts also complain, saying that, one of the officers said that he was getting so many complaints because of the lights not being how they used to be. And the jaywalkers coming out onto the street because they're so slow. They meander within traffic, which creates another public hazard.
Dawn has
Do
her
we
hand
have,
raised.
Dawn, you have the floor?
Hi, Dawn, you have your hand raised?
Unmute yourself, Dawn.
Yes, sorry about that. I put it into the chat just because just to keep it moving, but I think also the NYPD, I can't speak on their behalf, but I've had my car towed, and when you get it towed, you call NYPD to see if they towed it, because they usually are the first ones to tell you if your car was towed. And so if they say, no, we didn't tow it, then your car goes in as stolen. And so I just feel like it would be good for DOT when they do tow, call the precinct and let them know we've moved some cars. So when people call to see if their car was towed by NYPD, they can be told, oh, there were some cars towed or something. So I did get a complaint from the precinct that sometimes when cars are towed, they don't tell NYPD, and then people, call NYPD asking if their car was towed. So just putting that out there and just piggybacking on what Pascal was saying, the communication is important, not just for us, but in between the agencies.
Thank you, that's a really good point, Don.
Thank you, Don.
And I think Raphael
Thanks.
is writing that information down.
We usually get a list, get a list of those things, just in case someone calls the office. But I do understand Don's suggestion that indeed, people will have the tendency of calling the NYPD first. And that's, it's common sense.
Yeah,
But they don't get the list, and this is something that I will bring up.
thank you, I appreciate that. Any more questions, Sage?
Sure. I was hoping you could respond. And I think it's connected to all of these comments on like street paving. But when I emailed you a couple months ago about the street repaving of 116th Street and the dust cloud that swallowed up the entire neighborhood, and everybody was breathing that in for several days afterwards. I think part of in addition to like equipment probably being used for things it's not intended to be used for in places it's not supposed to be used for, is just that the amount of time that the unpaved street sits unpaved allows everything in the air to just kind of settle there for months and months. So then when the machine comes in to actually repave and kick stuff up in the air, it's kicking up months of debris and dust into the air. And then the whole community has to breathe, or the immediately surrounding residents have to breathe that all in when DOT finally comes in. So I think in addition to like traffic inconveniences, there are real health consequences because of the delays in DOT doing its work.
And of course, we all know that our area has the highest
Asthma.
Not on purpose, the highest asthma rating.
I got it. I understand.
I wanted to add, this is something new on a different topic, also with DOT, however, with lighting. Lee, can you bring up those photos that one of our constituents had sent us?
You said daylight or lighting?
Lighting.
Street lights.
She's concerned with lighting, but I'm also concerned with how the congestion of the street has been parceled off due to construction in the area, and she thinks it's very unsafe. These are the photos that she sent that the children are it's not safely done, and she sent these photos as visuals so that you can see and find another way of placing these barriers so that the children can get to that school easier.
And what is that location? That's location?
That's Second Avenue, isn't it?
Yes.
First Avenue.
Second
Avenue. That's Fifth Street. I pass by it so often that.
Almost that's the new school there.
Yes. So I have those photos, I want you to take a look at them and see what can be done with that.
This
To
is,
make it safer for these children.
that appears to be the Second Avenue subway yet. I'm not sure.
It might be related, so we have to take a look and see if that's
Right.
okay.
Okay, but if it's related to you, can you tell us? If it's not related to you, can
Yes,
you
of
also
course.
tell us? So that we can.
That's 105th Street?
105th Street and Second Avenue,
Yeah, that's.
yes.
Provisions for the 106, right?
And I can send you the photos directly,
That would be helpful.
okay? I just wanted everyone to see them, and that is, because I know that you're gonna be
That's
leaving
part of the
soon.
Second
I
Avenue.
wanna put it into new business and you're already gone,
Then it'll have to
so
be
I wanted you to see it
I appreciate
all
it.
together.
Mhm.
Okay, so do we have any more questions for our representative from the Department of Transportation?
You
And
can say
I'm
so.
glad that he came.
You can say Raphael.
Okay, thank you. Yoka?
I know at the last meeting, I wasn't on the board at that time, but you said you were gonna walk up 117th Street around this corner. There's no light between Park and, well, it is a light, but the trees are covering it, it's too high. There, and so let me make sure that I continue to say that a young man was killed in that same spot years ago, and we've been complaining about it from that time, and I guess because I wasn't on the board and no one was talking about it, we continue to still talk about it. That young man has been dead for about maybe 11 years now, almost.
Right.
And that light still has not gotten changed. And it's no light yet. So, and then recently a man broke his leg in 3 places because there's a curve that's lifted and no one can see it in the dark. There's no way. We actually painted it yellow so that at least during the day someone can see it, but in the nighttime you can't see it.
I understand what you are saying, and I'm sorry about the person who lost his life. When you see something like that, you can also call 311, and it will be that in the computer, and someone will address it immediately.
So
we should all call 311 for that then?
Not necessarily, but if you see and I'm not there to hear your concerns.
So I just want to make sure that that did happen. The light was placed, but the light is too high so that it doesn't illuminate the street at all. If you walk up the street right now.
That's in the middle of the block?
No, it's all the way, well, it's a garden there. There's a garden and then it's the corner.
Between 11736,
On 117th between Park and Madison.
Oh, 117.
Yeah.
What's right here?
Right here.
We have brought this up before.
160.
I thought it was 116th Street.
We have brought this up before, when I called you just recently,
Okay,
I brought this up again.
I don't remember, so sorry. But it is because the street light is off, damaged,
No, it's
malfunctioning?
there, it's
It's
just
there.
too high to illuminate the street.
And then the trees.
The trees are there.
So it needs to be either brighter
Yeah, it's
or
usually,
lower.
that usually is taken here by the park department
For trees.
to trim the trees. I'll look into it and I'll bring it up.
Can you make the light brighter?
I could bring it up.
Or put
This is
another
all-
light
This
there?
is all standardized. This is all by the law, by the regulations. But it's indeed something that should be addressed, and I will look into it. I will bring it up.
Okay, so in other words, in between then, we can make various 311 calls. So that
Not
it's,
necessarily, I think one
Oh,
would
yeah.
suffice,
okay,
you know, for the sidewalk. Because they can send an inspector from the sidewalk unit, take a look at it, and it's probably supposed to be something related to the property owner of which this sidewalk is located at.
hold that thought. Pascal?
Just gonna say, I think the first thing maybe we should do is just reach out to parks and see if they could trim the tree. I do remember it was brought up, like you said, like last fall maybe, or in the spring. So it's something that we've been mentioning about even in our district meetings, we talk about lighting, so maybe just parks first to see if they can address the trees. I think that's the easier lift.
Okay, so can we have that as in our district needs? Directed towards the stakeholder that you just spoke of, as well as another area for the DOT to add more lighting in our district needs as well. So both of those together. Sage?
Is that already in this statement, or have we already submitted a request for that?
We've already, but I don't remember exactly what the response was.
I think our budget request is,
The lighting is in it.
I think, yeah, specifically we do have a lighting one, but.
We definitely have a lighting one specifically with 117th Street.
But the tree thing is not, I don't think that would
I
be
don't
us.
think.
Trees would go to parks, just submit that directly to the Parks Committee.
Yeah.
You have this request better lighting throughout East Harlem. Example, 117th Street between Park and Lexington Avenues. And yeah, for more information, please contact the agency.
It has to be reworded.
Well, it says, staff recommendation is to revise.
That's just us.
That's
Okay,
our
so-
thing that we need to request.
but the committee if there's this further column, you'll have the committee's recommendation, so what you guys would want to do for the submission at the end of October.
Okay.
That's just, if you look at staff, that's just our own.
Yeah, I got that.
You don't have to, you know.
But why don't we just add a different request right now? And this is referring to the streetlight, this is 117th and Madison,
Between Park and.
Between Park and Madison.
closer to Madison? Okay, so why don't we just add this to this?
That needs to be changed because this is Park and Lex.
Well, is this in addition to
Why
the Park and Rec?
why can't we have the board call the Department of Parks and have somebody come in and inspect it? And if it needs to be trimmed, because we're gonna trim it, because we'll do district meeting,
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, you could just
6
make a
months
simple,
down the road.
yeah, you could make a request to
We'll make a
fill out
request,
right now.
but we're also putting it on district needs
Right.
so that it is documented that we're doing this as well, okay?
I just added a new request.
Okay, thank you.
Parks Department,
And
what's the abbreviation? for
I'm
that?
sorry.
do you have any other questions? Yes, Raphael?
Lastly, I just wanted to recommend
It's DPR.
that, you could send me an email regarding that sidewalk.
But
Uh,
the committee,
with the
the
exact
corresponding
location,
committee was paid.
property number, so I can
It's not-
escalate.
was in transportation.
I would send it to the sidewalk owner so they can send an inspector and take a look at it.
Requesting for tree care services.
Thank you.
If you go through what you said,
Well, I would take care of this one, but if it happens again, like in the future, 311 is very efficient.
you say
To
sidewalk,
channel to the sidewalk unit directly.
Thank you. Do you have any further questions for Raphael before he sprints out of here? He's like leaning forward to run.
I know, no requests online, Michelle. So
Yes.
make sure the request time matches.
We have a request online?
No requests online,
Oh,
sorry, Michelle, sorry.
okay.
I'm just showing.
Okay, so, thank you, Raphael.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in person.
Have a good night.
Have a good
And
night.
I'm
Thank
glad
you.
that
Take care.
some Thursday.
I know you are.
Have a good one.
But you were able to,
Yes, of course.
okay, thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so do we have anyone from the district attorney's office here online?
There is nobody from the district attorney's office making themselves known.
Okay, do we have any public safety transportation advocacy groups?
I am a member of Passengers United. My name is David Kupferberg.
Sorry, give me one second, because I wanna get your name and everything, okay?
Yeah.
Give me one second.
KUPF, as in Frank, ERBERG. It's on the hand
Can
that
you
we
repeat that, please?
Oh, thank you, okay, I see it right here, okay, sorry, David, please go ahead.
Though I am a member of Passengers United, a Section 501c3 nonprofit, nonpartisan transportation advocacy group, I'm here on my own volition. These ideas are my own and I've submitted to you, this committee, my ideas for the Manhattan Bus Network redesign. But bear in mind first, Queens has been implemented, Brooklyn is next, probably followed by Manhattan. And I want this committee, my goal is to have this committee be aware of it before the MTA comes to you. So that you can decide what your needs and concerns are. Believe me, Passengers United board is in receipt of this, and I hope they incorporate my ideas. But these ideas are my own. Just read it, think about it with an open mind.
Okay, and are you asking us for any support or really just to be proactive?
Just to be proactive.
Thank you. Thank you, we'll take a look at this. Thank you for coming in person.
You're welcome.
And David, you said you're just representing yourself, right?
He's representing himself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a question before he goes.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. This, I just was scanning through it, so I didn't get a full picture of it. But it just happened to notice that you said the M55 is going to be replaced by other services.
I think it should,
Oh, so this is what you want?
yes.
Okay,
These are
And it would be,
right,
I think it
okay.
should be replaced with the original and with, well, at least north of that, the original M65th and 9th Street.
Okay.
Well, and revised in southern Manhattan
Mhm.
for an M6, but
David, are you okay with,
too complex.
I know you sent this digitally.
Yes.
Are you okay with me putting this on our website, just in terms of like what's been received?
Yes,
Are you okay with
please.
that? Okay.
Okay, thank you. That was the next question. Good.
This is my unabridged version.
Understood. Okay.
There, with all of it featuring all of Manhattan, you know, all the Manhattan community boards.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Are you also going to the, all the community boards in Manhattan?
All the community boards in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be seeing me more often in the coming months, and I hope it's good.
I noticed you don't have the 101, the 102, yeah, the 101,
Yeah.
the 102 and the 103 on
Actually,
It's on there.
it's on there in the last page.
I have the 7, the 5,
The 105.
and the
Well,
101.
I'm leaving those untouched. I prefer to, I would advise that it should be left untouched.
102, 103.
101.
Right, 102, 103. Right.
I believe that the M102, M103 should remain, route-wise should remain untouched.
Gotcha. Okay,
But that's my opinion, my opinion only.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further questions? See?
I want to say thank you for coming. This is very thorough, and I'm going to look at it. I'm wondering more about you and
Yeah.
you know why you're interested in this. And
Yeah, well, I was born and reared in Brooklyn, across the street from what's now the D&Q line in southern Brooklyn. So I've always been familiar with mass transit since I came out of the hospital. And have been using mass transit for as long as I can remember. Plus, I participated in 1990 and participated in the Summer Transit Career Academy, which is now only open to transit tech students. I was voted by my peers as the most knowledgeable of the TA. And I was one of 70 students chosen that year. And I was the only student chosen from James Madison High School. Now I live in Hell's Kitchen and work in Long Island City.
yeah, so you take the 7 train.
I take the 7 train to and from work as a reverse commuter.
Thank you. You sound very passionate about it, and you have given us a lot of information. And I know Valerie has another.
No, it's from.
Oh, Valerie found that.
It's on the.
Okay, thank you. So thank you. You are welcome to continue to stay and listen to our meeting.
Mhm.
Since it's a public meeting, or you may leave at this point, your decision.
I'll stay. For the rest of the
Okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, do we have community outreach and meetings attending during the 2025 feedback? So this is a time when if we've had people that have gone to different meetings, the different precinct meetings, like the National Night Out, different street events, just whatever we have done within the community that we have given of ourselves, this is the time when we would bring it back in like 2 short sentences. Yes, Christina. And I might say Christina, it's Christine.
Either one, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, I was away most of the summer, so I missed a lot of the events, but I did make I don't know what it's called, but they had something on 116. It was done by MAC. And it is the Concrete Jungle, right? I went to that. It was very interesting. But I felt like there weren't enough kids for the things that she had. It was really nice. She had like the big giant games and obstacle courses and stuff. But I got there kind of late, so I don't know what it looked like when it first started. But it was very nice, and she and I had a conversation, right? And then I went to
Isaac Scott.
Health, no, I'm trying to think what his thing was called. It was a health day or something, open streets.
Yeah, he's been having open streets every
Right.
week.
That was really, really nice. I met his wife, she's a very nice lady. There were lots of kids out there, lots of things going on. They had the coloring things and the tables that move around and the Legos. It was really very nice. He did a very good job, and there was a lot of seniors out there too as well.
Right.
So that was very nice. And that was the two things I made, but also there's another announcement. PSA 5 had a suicide this past week. And so they will be shut down for 2 days, which will be today and tomorrow. So there will be no activity whatsoever at PSA 5. The 2-3 and the 2-5 are gonna pick up whatever slack there is in the neighborhood for them.
Can
So,
we have a moment of silence for this person?
yes.
Thank you, and thank you for their service and prayers for their family. And for the
I sent
kids.
out condolences to them.
Thank you. Pascal, did you have?
Yeah, just something I had to ask you about Isaac's thing. That was on 115 between Madison and Park, right?
Yes.
Thing.
Was it? Yes.
Because we approved for.
Yeah,
Right.
it's nice to hear that it went well.
It did. It was very nice.
Over the summer, I attended the National Night Out for both the 23rd and the 25th. I just stopped by briefly. The 23rd, I went to first, ran into Xavier. There were a lot of people out there, tabling, food line was a little too long for me to join, but it's nice to see everyone out. I went to the 25th after, ran into Xavier again. I happened to see you, Kyoko. That game that they were playing, I forgot what it was called.
Yes, no.
No, with the cup on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting to watch. I was not gonna play, but it was interesting to watch. Both of them were pretty good. It was a nice, it was a perfect day for that actually. I happened to walk between both events.
Great, thank you. Do we have any others that would like to share?
Oh, I think, Borecan
Yes.
Health Services is having an affair Saturday,
Saturday.
right? Yeah, something they're doing Saturday.
Is it the last day of,
They're open streets or
Open
something,
street,
right? Yeah.
we're gonna have
Just
like 3 bands,
Right, it's gonna be
and it
this
starts
Saturday.
about 11 till about 4.
Well, I also attended National Night Out. I spent all of my time at the 2-3rd and heard from a whole lot of people about what they wanted public safety wise in our community. When we are out there, we are the face of CB11, and people will come up and ask and say things. And that is our whole reason for being out there. I actually did see one man win something, and he was so shocked. We saw it like vibrate through his body saying, I won tools. But it meant this was like a livelihood that he could use these tools in, and it meant so much. His kids were jumping up and down, and everyone was so happy for him because this could change his life. What we do matters. We just have to keep on top of it and keep talking with our constituents. I would like to move forward, but first I would like each person here to think of where they can be, either with the MTA, with the FDNY, whatever meetings that are happening outside of here, that we can attend, that's not on a Thursday, that we can attend and just get more information and bring it back here, have a little write-up that would help. Yes, Dave and Christina.
I'll say I went to the Giglio Festival, which happens every year in East Harlem. That was a lot of fun. Andrew Cuomo went one day. Curtis Lewa went one day. And I guess that was cool. Also went to the full board meeting that we had over the summer.
Oh, yeah.
I think most of us. And I met with Elsie, who is, a candidate to be our city council person.
Elsie Encarnacion.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to say the whole name.
And we discussed some of the drug dealing that's occurring on at least my block I know of. I'm sure it's happening elsewhere. But she informed me, and then I guess this is like the useful information to pass along, that most of the like narcotics investigations in Manhattan are done just by two squads, one for the east side of the island, one for the west side of the island. So when you see like drug dealers kind of like doing what they do sort of without regard for getting in trouble or anything, it's usually because the only time that they would get in trouble is when there are like street cops walking by and they see something, or if they are questioned or somebody calls something in and there's like a reasonable suspicion. But usually like those investigations are done by these like two squads that are responsible for everything in New York or Manhattan, and they are not like walking down the street responding to like your complaint about somebody doing something outside of your building. They are doing like high level, months or years long investigations, and I think that's why passing no judgment on like whether that's a good strategy or a bad strategy, that's why it often seems like things aren't happening, or like these people are just able to do what they do without regard for the law.
Would you like to find out if actually they wouldn't be able to come in person, but would you like to find out more about those two units?
I can. Anybody?
So I can answer that. Like, I try to sit and just let y'all like go and get the information that y'all have.
Mhm.
We actually have we house narcotics in the 25th precinct.
Mhm.
So we are down in resources, and that's what I continue to allow people to understand that we have one of the largest areas to cover, because we also cover Randall's Island and we cover Marcus Garvey Park. And we also go from 142nd Street on the east side to 115th Street on the north of 115th Street, and then the two precincts over on the south side. And so what happens is that when people call in a narcotics call, they don't want to take the low level narcotics. They want to go for the big cahoots, right? And so a lot of times it takes investigation. And so that means that there's drive-bys being done, so the investigation is happening, but it's not like right then. They might send somebody, a car might come over and break it up. But if they arrest somebody for the low level and they just have like the smallest amount, they're gonna get out in an hour. That's just what it is, right? And so yes, there is a very small amount of units. Not just the 2 units. It is 2 units, but it is our area is patrolled in that area. We have NST officers as well that kind of, and we're down in NST officers. We actually only have 2 NST officers right this second. So I said all of that to say that if I see you, not you, but dealing, what am I gonna go for? Am I gonna go to try to round up everything, or am I gonna go for the lowest level? Like, I wanna make sure that everything is off the street. And that's trying to get the bigger person. So there's like people sent in, and there's the khaki pants are sent in. So it's just like a process. And it's really difficult because we have so many places to patrol here. Like there's a call on 116th, it's 125th. It's not like below in the 19th precinct where they might only have 2 areas that they have to worry about. You know what I mean? So it's just we are down in resources. So that's one of the things that I feel like is a area where I would like to make sure that we're discussing, because we have a large precinct area and we have the lowest amount of resources.
can we find a way to add that to artistic needs in a fashion that it can be addressed?
This would technically be an expense, right, not a capital.
It would be
have
the
to look at
redistribution
look
of
at the
funding.
budget request register that I shared with you, and then allocate which one it is. So
Okay, it's gonna be expense.
It would be a budget request, but it would, but you
capital
know that.
capital or expense or additional. That's what he's trying to determine.
It would be
Oh,
an expense,
okay.
Right.
as with the tree services probably.
Yeah, it's an expensive.
Okay, so moving on, we have the street co-naming request, Gerard Smith Ways. Do we have anyone for presenting that information?
Yes. Kiara Simmons.
Hi, good evening. Hi, I'm here with my mom, Tanya Smith. Hello.
Hello?
I wanted to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak on my brother, Gerard Smith. I proposed to you guys that we would like to rename the street of 126th Street in Lexington after him. He was a victim of stray bullet. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you, please continue.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, he was an innocent bystander, victim of a stray bullet, like my mom said. Right here, his own community. My brother was a father, a son, a role model, and someone that we all could depend on. He was a light in the community. So growing up, he was a star basketball player for Each One Teach One. He was very loyal to George Ball. He also played in another few other tournaments around the community, but this one was his. I'm choking up. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm choking up too. And thank y'all for this chance. We truly are grateful for it. My son was the light of my life, my eyes. I'm sorry. This is hard. Whew. Like I said, he was a father, a son, a brother. But most of all, he was a human being. Someone who cared, someone who loved people and who loved him. His children have to grow up without him. We're doing the best we can with his children. So please forgive me. Oh, please forgive me. Mama, go ahead.
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize about that. As you can see, it's very tough. When my brother's life was taken on September 15 of 2021, I didn't just lose a brother. I lost a father figure, a piece of my heart. And as I said before, the loss wasn't just ours. It was a big loss for the community as well. He was a spark. If you ask anybody in the community about Gerard, they'll tell you he was caring, dependable, and yes, sometimes very annoying, but only in a way someone you love can be. He was a joy for the block, and renaming the street in his honor isn't just about remembering his tragic death. It is about honoring the life he lived, the love he gave, and the countless ways he made this neighborhood better. It is about ensuring his legacy is carried forward so future generations know the kind man he was, selfless, joyful, and community-minded. On behalf of my family, friends, and neighbors, I ask that you support this proposal so Gerard's name and spirit can live on in the very place he called home. Thank you.
Thank you. As I don't know that you know, but we vote on things not today. We look through all this information and take into account what you said. And then we would take a look at it again a month from now and then take a vote.
Yeah.
During that time, I would like to also know, I have the information that you sent as well as the signatures that you received. And you have a good amount of signatures I see here.
Yes, he was the community's favorite.
And it's even more we didn't send.
I would also like to find out, community-wise, what did your brother do in the community, for the community, beyond the block?
Well, like I said, growing up, he was a star basketball player. So that was one thing he did. Each one teach one was his thing. Not only that, he gave back. So I have videos and everything. Every time my brother would go in his closet and say, all right, these sneakers and clothes I don't want anymore. I'm going to take them downstairs. We walk to 125th Street in Lexington. Unfortunately, they're less fortunate there. So, he gives it to, the people who's outside. He's a part of the Eastside Custodium. I hope I'm saying it right. So that means Monique Jones is the founder of that nonprofit organization. And also when it came to like things in the community, as far as block parties or community gatherings, he was there to help to set up. He just there, like outside of the community. He played in tournaments. One of the tournaments was shoot guns, not humans. So much thing. Yeah, stop the gun violence.
I have all the trophies, everything.
But yeah. What
You
else?
said a gem.
Student. I'm sorry.
You said that you had some videos of what he did.
Yes, I do. Yes, I have videos of my brother. He'll take yes, I can. Just forward me anything that okay. Anything that the email or number or whatever you need me to forward it to, I can definitely forward it.
The same email that you sent it to originally, Kiara.
Okay. Definitely.
Okay,
will.
thank you. Would you like to add anything
No
else?
problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
We just want to thank you guys for even putting us on the agenda. We wasn't sure if it was possible, but thank you for putting us on the agenda.
You're welcome, and
We
we will
just want
give
to
you
keep
an
his name alive.
the following month or the month after that if the schedule is too tight.
And just FYI, the council member's office will be accepting
before
the
the
recommendations.
31st.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
They voted-
thank you.
They voted on November.
Thank you.
for this term,
For
and
this
then
term, and then
this next
yeah.
year.
Then you gotta wait 6 months after.
Thank you for that remembrance. Can anyone write that down? So that we remember that, that we have to vote on it for the following month. Okay?
I'll put it in the notes in the meeting.
Thank you. All right, pardon? Yeah, it's in the, all this information that she has with all the letters, the signatures are part of our package that we received for today's homework. Okay.
Is each one teach one, Bob McCullough, Malik's dad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's also one of the, Robert McCullough wrote one of the, recommendations here. What corner is she proposing? Yes. What corner exactly are you proposing for this? Street co-naming? Is that?
It's the
on
corner
East
of 126th Street and Lexington Avenue.
and Lexington, okay, thank you.
Yeah, but you got 4 corners.
Which 4 corners, that's true. North, south, east, west.
Kiara, are you still here?
I'm sorry, I was trying to unmute. So it would be the east corner of it?
Yeah,
The east, right? Coming straight down.
Yeah, coming down towards Park.
Yeah,
Towards Park. Lexington Park. That's
Southeast.
That was
Southeast
southeast.
corner?
Southeast. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the side of southeast.
So what's on the side of the southeast corner of 120?
The southeast corner, that's where Dunkin' Donuts is on that side. Southeast.
Or is it southwest?
Southeast is the side of Dunkin' Donuts, that's the one you're talking about?
No, southwest. So, yeah, southwest, I'm sorry.
So that's the IHOP corner.
Is that
Yes.
126th?
Mhm.
Oh, that's 126.
It is the
Right.
corner of 126th Street, like right across the street from, I believe it's called Twee Mill Houses. So it's directly across the street from there.
So it's 126.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Lexington and Park Avenue. Okay. Okay, thank you. Do you have any further questions? About the co-living of Gerard Smith on the southwest corner of East 126th Street between Lexington and Park Avenue? All right. So thank you for your presentation, and we'll get back to you the following. Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, everyone.
You too. Okay, so next, we're just gonna go around the table, say our favorite color, and passionately why we, yes.
Before we begin,
Yes,
that,
Christine.
I'm sorry, I forgot an announcement.
Okay.
Sorry. You know, I've been sick, so stuff got
Well,
past me.
I can sympathize with that right
Thank
now.
you. Wednesday, October 8th, from 10 to 12 p.m., there is a ribbon cutting ceremony at Arch Care at 22 East 106th Street, in case nobody knew.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I also have an announcement, I forgot, but the district needs survey, we're gonna be closing it soon and using all of the input.
Good, yes, I have to, I tried to get in, I can't, when I try to click on one of the little boxes and then answer like 3 choices, it cancels out the other one, the one I first chose, so I don't know what's wrong.
Can you show me, do you have your phone?
But not
After
right
the
now,
meeting?
not right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if everybody can fill that out, that'd be great. At full board, I'm gonna
To
have
get
everybody
like, what,
raise.
97 people or something like that?
I think we have like over 100, but I think there are some issues with the data.
Okay.
Just to add on that, if you could just tell people that's in the board to fill out, 'cause I looked at it today and it's only like 14 board members or like 11. It's supposed to be like 50 of us doing it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have people raise their hand at full board, and if you don't have your hand raised, having completed it, you're gonna do it during the meeting.
Okay, now we're going to go around the room and introduce ourselves and our favorite color and a very short statement of why we're here. As in, one sentence. We will get to know each other throughout the year. This is just introductions. And I'm going to start with.
Hi, everyone. Joel Jones. Favorite color is orange. I'm here because I live in East Harlem.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pascal Moon. My favorite color is blue. I'm here because I also live in East Harlem, and I feel like I should have a say in things that go on in my neighborhood.
My name is Sage Mason. I'm here. Oh, my favorite color. I guess, yeah, I'll say sage. It constantly changes. Like people ask me that. Today can be green. I'm wearing some green today. And my phone. People talk about this all. And why I'm here, I live in East Harlem. I've lived here my whole life, and I care about the neighborhood. And I think public safety and transportation are two very important things.
My name's Khalid. I also like green, and I work here, so.
I'm Derek, favorite color also blue. I wanted to join this committee this go around because I also think that public safety and transportation as a subset of that is a very, very important thing into how one feels comfortable in their community. And I want to be a part of improving that for East Harlem.
My name is Christina Johnson.
Or Christine,
Or Christine, or Christina, or Chris, or Chrissy. Just don't call me Tina. My favorite color are pastels and brights. Sorry, can't narrow it down to one. I'm here because I've been here a long time and I've seen a lot of things happen, I've seen a lot of changes happen. Some not so good changes, like Third Avenue, but I want to feel like I'm important, like I'm doing something. You know, your life has to be worth something. And being retired, I don't, like, I do what I want when I want, and most times I don't do anything, right? But this gives me an opportunity to feel like my life matters, like I'm doing something for someone and making the place better.
I'm Carlos Diaz, probably one of the longest board members. My favorite color is blue. Born and raised in East Harlem. I think it's important that you get involved in the neighborhood. I also have a community gallery in East Harlem. It's going to be opening pretty soon. As soon as we get the date, we'll be able to let the members know. So I'm pretty active in East Harlem. So that's what I can say right now. Okay.
Good evening, my name is Keoka Jackson. I specifically wanted to be on public safety and transportation because I have a passion regarding public safety in the community. I actually chose the committee because I've been coming to some of the meetings as a community member and just realized that, I'm just being honest, I love y'all, right, but just to be honest, that there was an ignorance to the public safety, like, conversation and things that were actually happening in the community, and it was like, we weren't talking about everything that was going on, and it was like no real, like, true facts, except for the officers coming to tell you, and you guys not coming to public safety meetings to know what is actually going on in the community, to be involved, to have a voice, to actually talk about change, and to put things in place so that we can work together as a community. So I really wanted to be involved in this particular committee because we have a very unique community where we deal with a lot of youth violence, and I felt like that was like just a lot of the community members, like Jose and I used to talk all the time, were not aware of the things that were actually going on. And it was like, we couldn't put anything in place as a community because no one really came to us as a community council, but the officers came to you to give a report and y'all just based it off of that and not everything else that was going on.
So,
Valerie? Am I next?
oh no, I just wanted to ask a question. No,
Okay.
go ahead, go. I can ask
So it's
that.
kind of my favorite color, I don't really have one, but I'll choose like purple kind of colors. Anyway, I bought, I grew up 70 West 115th Street when I was like 5, 6. I remember when Malcolm X had Temple number 7 right on 116th, when the Lowe's and the two theaters were right there on 16th Street. We could go to go down like West 4th Street to go to the train station. I now live down on 98th in Madison. I joined the committee. I wanted to be part of it for a long time. I volunteered in the Borough President's Office, and finally got to be here. And just to see what's going on, really going on. Why so many people I used to work with, people I also know, apply for many of these beautiful new apartments that never got in. Something's wrong, and I wanna know where the wrong is. And they when Isaac had his event, a lot of the people were asking some of those questions and why things don't get done. You know what I'm saying? So here they are talking to us, and we're the ones that are giving these letters of, okay, that we could do this, yes, why not? And that the people in the community don't feel it's being done to them. It's being done for somebody else, whoever they are. So that's what I do.
Christina, you want to ask a question?
Yes. Keoka? Keoka, when is your meeting? Because I used to attend the PSA 5 because that's down where I am. But I noticed some of the meetings conflict with, I'm gonna stick with me, my community board meetings. And so it's hard to get to those meetings, but I would like to attend. So when is yours?
So ours is the third Wednesday of the month, it's actually September 17th coming up. And just to be fair, we have changed our meetings. Every single time public safety changed their meetings, we've changed our meetings trying to be fair. But we no longer can do that because it's, you know, we've done it every single time.
6 o'clock, 6:30.
And we start one time, I'm there at 5:45, and I start one time, because I need to get out by 7.
Okay, so we're gonna continue with our introductions.
I
We're gonna continue with our introductions. There's Dawn, and I think also Wanda Hopkins is on the line.
I think Wanda is.
Is Wanda there? She could go first.
I don't think Wanda's with us, Dawn. You can go ahead.
Okay, Dawn Sanders, I first joined this community board 23 years ago. I'm still on the board because I've watched, a lot of our fighters, retire, pass on, and, I know that this board in the past has had a reputation as not just getting taken advantage of. And I guess over the years, as I've seen a lot of really bad ideas come before us, I just want to remind people that you don't have to agree with every idea that comes before you. And it's okay to speak up for the people who have no one speaking up for them. So again, I think I'm term limited, so this is like my last term, but I would like to see people at least get nervous when they're coming before the community board like they did in the times when we were really serious about making sure gentrification did not completely overrule and overrun our community. So again, I wasn't born and raised in New York, but I've seen a lot, and I would like to see that there's still people who are going to stand up for, the unpopular and, people who don't have a voice in this community. So I'll try to do that as long as I can, but hopefully we realize that we can push back and say no to people who come into the community and want to do work and don't want to hire us, don't want to worry about our infrastructure. And the same with the electeds. The electeds do not run the community board. So, going to an elected is not the same thing as coming before the community board. People should respect the community board and come before them if they want to make a change in this community. So that's it.
Thank you. And so if you have a question for Kyoka, do you want to ask her afterwards?
Sure, yeah, I just think it'd be great if, I'm not sure which side of the ignorance I might be on.
When I said ignorant, I didn't mean it in a negative way, I just meant not knowing.
I didn't interpret it negatively. I think it'd be great if you maybe gave a presentation to the board, because when you talk about what's really going on with the youth, I personally, maybe if you gave details, I'd be oh, I do know about that, but I don't know what you're referring to, and I'm sure there are this is your life. Yeah, so I'm sure you have a lot of knowledge, and it'd be great to get some presentations made.
So just to be fair, I used to work for the assistant commissioner. So that a lot of the presentation that he does.
Commissioner O'Connor was our first keynote speaker for the first safety conference.
NYPD Commissioner?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. My name is Michelle Wilshire Clement. My favorite color right now, this day, is green. Wearing it. and you have it on your nails, which I've been looking at your nails. I get a lot of people coming to me asking questions, giving me their problems, and I wanted to be a person to be able to help with the solutions. And here, at least we're part of the conversation. We're part of something that we can help on a grassroots level. And that is why I'm here. So thank you for sharing of yourselves at this particular point. We are going to segue now into our district needs. Goals for 2025, 2026. We just need to have 4 or 5 goals. One of them being anybody else want to say it besides me? Wow, you'll fall asleep? I'm the one that's sick. Okay, one of them being the safety conference. Which would be in November as opposed to October. The collaborative policing department has changed drastically. Hopefully it will resume to its to the level that it was back in November when we have new people elected, but right now people wanted it dismantled. The keynote speaker would be Sergeant Tiffany Howell or another individual that is in her position of collaborative policing, the same that Commissioner O'Connor spoke about as this is the person that is most like me before he retired. The time period that is the best is either the 14th or the 15th of November. Applications have been sent to the Silverman Building, where we had it previously, but another one also we're gonna be asking other places because we want that particular date. And they give us the time 2 weeks ahead or 1 week ahead, and we need more time to gather information, to get the excitement going, and to get what I used to call the desserts, as in people that are around, community activists that are around that help support our youth.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why is the same office being used for each conference?
What is the same office as in collaborative policing?
Yeah.
I would like to have it as the foundation, but we would also definitely include other offices at this particular point.
So how does the
It's a little bit.
presentation change from year to year if it's the same office? I'm just asking, I don't know.
It's kind of just like the sponsor, kind of, right? It's just a partner.
I couldn't hear what you just said, my ears kind of went a little.
So my question was, how does the presentation change?
But what did you say?
As far as I understand, they're just a partner, right? They kind of like support us in the mission.
Mhm.
Is there another office you have in mind?
I just think that this is the 3rd year, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the 3rd year.
So if the person is the same, then how do you get a different perspective and different information if you use the same exact presenters, right? So there's community affairs, there's SSD, there's YSD, there's a number of different offices that can talk to the topic matter, the subject matter that could be prevalent for East Harlem.
And we are going to be contacting as many people as possible. Would you like to choose one of these individuals that you'd like to contact? That is the part
Well,
of
I'm only asking
the
for
conversation.
understanding. I'm new on the board, so I'm just asking. Forgive me, I just kind of trying to understand.
No, but I'm saying that at this point, I'm just saying that we're going to do this as one of our goals. The structure of everything of how the conference will happen, all that has not been gelled as yet. In fact, she herself has said because things have gone upside down, that she might have to get somebody else my thing was this, to have one keynote so that the foundation is on, and then have other people to come in and join the conversation and have that networking feeling, yes.
So, listening to Kyoko, right? I think, my opinion, she has a better insight, on this particular topic and may, let me know if I'm wrong, might know of other people who might be best suited to that. As opposed to us just, picking somebody because, this person was there last year, they're not gonna be here, so they're gonna choose someone else.
No,
So-
that's.
No, I'm just, okay.
No.
So
Let-
I'm
let-
just thinking,
what
but she
conversation?
works in that field, so.
Yeah, but last year the conference, there was all different categories that spoke into.
No, we're talking about the keynote though, the
Yeah,
keynote.
but there was only one keynote speaker last year?
We had one person say that they're the keynote, but
Right.
each person had, it was a gathering of a lot of different individuals
Right,
with different perspectives,
right, I know, I was there, I saw it,
which is what we want.
right.
But for the foundation of like, here is, this is what's happening in our community, we had that one person.
So understood, and the reason I asked is because, again, just coming to try to bring from 5AC to the committee so that we're not, like, you guys need to meet other officers, so inviting other people, like, do you have a relationship with Director Foster, who's in charge of all of that stuff? Like, those are the things that I'm thinking about, like, how do we begin to now have these pertinent conversations, not with just one office, but now bringing some more people that can kind of hear what our needs are, so that we can get some more resources, not just, and when I say resources, I'm not just talking about officers, but resources as far as programming, like you often talk about, what is the name of it? Saturday Night Lights, which is a DA's program, right? It's not an NYPD program, it's a DA's program, but all of it, we start bringing in for them to now, you say keynote speaker, those people will be happy to be there, and then they'll say, hey, I can do A, B, and C, versus Tiffany Howell, and I love Tiffany, like, that's like my sister, like, make sure that's clear, right? So not trying to like shut her away, because she's awesome, but you have the same people come in, you invite the same people and not those other officers, you don't get a chance to meet and greet those people and have them be the forefront, and then you don't get the resources that they bring in as well, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, so just to add, a lot of people are invited. Those that actually respond, those are the ones that are given the platform. Okay, go ahead.
I was just like, just so you have a specific like expertise in this field, and I don't want to volunteer anyone, but it'd be great if you could put some hands in and help us with this, at least reach out to people, because like you said, people don't respond when it comes to these events. So if you have contacts that we could leverage for this, that would be great.
Absolutely, I mean, that's why I wanted to be here, right, like I chose.
So the whole point of this is to say that this is just one of our goals.
Yeah.
This was not to go in depth.
That's also what I was gonna say. This is just like a
Right.
goal, but we
No,
talked
I
about
get
it.
I just wanted to ask a question, that's why I'm asking.
Right, but we also said we wanna do this in November.
Yeah.
The time will
Time
fly
to talk
by,
now,
yeah, it'll fly by before
I
we
know,
know
so
it.
that we will have to we'll go into deeper conversation, not here.
Where?
But
Cause we only have 2 more meetings.
So now you mean?
Not here and now, but outside we will gather different individuals outside of this.
So we'll have
committee,
separate meetings. Got you, that's all I was asking.
which we okayed last June,
Okay.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, Pascal, what did you want to say?
No, I was just gonna say that, like, we spoke on the phone about this, just like informal conversations, we could put something formal together just to like talk about it and plan it together.
Okay.
There was a planning committee last year, or something like that, right? Or did people just got together and plan? However we did it.
However we did it, we're moving on. What is the second goal?
How do we leave on time for the meetings?
From the meeting?
It's too late, I might tell you, but what goes to sleep?
Well,
I would
we
shoot
get
Alexis, honestly.
we have digressed quite a
Longer
lot.
and longer.
We have digressed, we will be speeding things up. Second goal,
Just wanna put a goal out there, I guess better partner engagement. We do these once a month. Haven't seen MTA unless it's about a redesign or anything like that. Fire department, I understand like emergencies, but they only came once last year. So I just think that should be a goal, is better partner engagement. People have to show up.
Yeah, I think it's important that the planning board reach out to all these services and request that they should be at the meeting, because they come once in a while, they don't come, and we don't hear from them, and then we don't get no real concrete information about what goes on in this community, because they're not a part of it. PSA 5 is an example. I've never seen PSA 5. You know, and they're supposed to be part of giving us information on what goes on in the precinct, especially for the people that live in that area, which is the Taino Tower area. And I've never seen PSA 5. And my meeting. We need to request that it's important that they should be
I
part
can
of.
do that,
Yeah, I don't think
because
they should
that's
just.
my PSA, so I can do that.
so can someone write down that that is our second goal?
Yeah, I don't think they should just come if they have a presentation and need our support, or if there's like some urgent.
We want them to come and give updates on our community.
Mhm.
So I've been reaching to one particular FDNY, but I think that we can reach out to more, being that that individual that did come had to go away for a little while. So he
Do we
was not,
specifically have to be from the area for FDNY?
we prefer.
And I can try to contact the Commissioner of Community Affairs for the FDNY, and he can send someone.
And the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, they only come to us when they want something or they need something. And they shouldn't be.
That's
That's the
notorious.
point, you know, that it should be that we should be doing some dialogue with them, talking about what's happening and what's upcoming and what's gonna happen in the next couple of months. We don't hear none of that. So the only thing that we hear is, you know, we're gonna be doing this project, we need your support, we need a letter of support. But I think they should be part of involvement with this committee.
So can I ask an individual here to contact the MTA to be an advocate to?
District manager should, I mean, not district manager, but the community planning board representative should reach out to all 5 agencies and let them know that they're important. They come to this meeting.
He reaches out to them, but I think that we ourselves should also
I don't
take
know
that
anybody
initiative.
I could try to reach out to someone. I went to one of their like informational things last year, and there was a contact there that I got.
Okay, I think we both were there.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I was gonna say something off the record, but I want you to know that the David, the MTA is having their board meetings, board and committee meetings this month. September 20th in the morning, and September 29th, which is a Monday. And the next day, Tuesday, September 30th, they're having their board meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. Usually
And
they're
that's open to the public, correct?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I wanted to put it out there for you to know.
Thank you. And I know that Jewel Jones goes to the 2-3 precinct on a regular basis, and Keoka is the person that is with the 2-5 precinct. So we know that we have both of those covered. Does anyone want to also go to any of the FDNY?
What do they offer?
Yeah, what do they do?
The
I
FDNY,
mean, not what do they do,
They put out
I'm
my-
sorry. I'm sorry, not what do they do? Where and when are their meetings? Do you know? Cause I have
find out.
okay, I could do that. I know somebody I can ask. Who let
Okay.
me know.
I want us to be active,
Yes.
okay? Third goal.
I think we need to exert more power. Because I believe we are a very powerful board and we have lots of, I lost the word.
Influence?
No, stuff here, skills. We have lots of skills on this board, right? We have lots of people who have information on this board. Cause this DOT, when they came here in May and told us this slew of things, they lied to us about some of the stuff they said they was gonna do. And I wanted to say that in the meeting, that's why I was quiet, because I know that was not a nice thing to say as a board member. But he's the liar, right? I'm sorry, but you.
We are going
Yes.
to.
I already told you.
Yes, no, but let me get to my point, right?
Okay.
And I think because they do that to us because they don't think we have any power. And we don't exert power, right? And I think one of our goals should be to be able to exert some power so that people take notice of who we are, of what we say, and what we mean. When we say stuff, we mean what we say, and they need to sit up and take notice and not just brush us off, because that's how I'm feeling. Because honestly, I'm getting to the point, like, why am I even here? Because people are just brushing us off, like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know? And then we write these letters and they just, like the resume, put it in the trash, you know? So nothing is being taken seriously.
Okay, so we are an advisory group.
Well, let's advise, sternly.
And as an example of what we did do last year, in advance, we have to be proactive.
Right.
In, which is our old business portion. I can move it forward a little bit. We need to be proactive with all the corridors within our area to learn where the places are visible, not visible, all the nuances of it, have pictures of it, of changes of it. So when the DOT comes to us and says, we want to do this, we can say, boom, boom, boom. We have this information right at hand. This either will work or this will not work.
Do they have monthly meetings
The DOT,
that are open to the public? Because somebody needs to get in one of those
They
meetings
have
and see who the big wigs are.
town forums, town halls.
They have meetings on the website.
Yeah.
On their website,
Yeah.
that they have gone to different places, but them themselves holding a meeting is not that's not on a regular basis.
That does FDNY.
I'm sorry, say that.
FDNY doesn't have meetings every day.
So how do you get in to see these people? Will you just bust down the door?
So they come to community meetings.
The big wigs?
Yes.
So I'll be at your meeting next week. I'll be there next week.
They do community meetings on like special things, like commissioner in your borough, DOT did that, you were there.
I was there.
We went last year. It's like random, and it doesn't have to be in our neighborhood. They do one at I've got the museum that's right there, and then they did the second one like downtown Manhattan somewhere. So
But
it's very random.
when you see those meetings, go to them and give them.
HE double hockey sticks?
Because why not?
Exactly.
This is part of our outreach, not necessarily here, we have to go to where they are and speak up. Okay? Did you have a question?
No.
Third,
I have the next goal,
Yes,
kind
the
of
next
piggybacking on what Valerie said. Just the timing, I think that we should structure our agenda in like blocks, like at least allocate time for certain conversations, because we do tend to get passionate and carried away in one topic, and we stay on that for like 20 minutes as opposed to 10 minutes in meetings. So maybe that's a goal where we like actually have our agenda and like stick to certain timeframes. Not to like copy another committee, but Landmarks does it there, can say it as well, like it'll be one thing that's 10 minutes next to it, and usually it's just 10 minutes.
Set a timer.
Okay. So do we have a fourth goal? So we have 3 goals. Yes?
Yes. 3.
One more goal?
No.
This is gonna be a
Look how long it took us to do this.
I was gonna say, we should probably just meet one day outside of the committee. Low stakes.
I could do that.
That's low
Can we
stakes. Yeah,
Okay.
Maybe the executive session.
yes.
I say yes.
Low stakes, just meet someplace in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Where
Okay.
So, okay, so here's a goal, right? We'll take what you said, put in a goal. The goal is that whenever we have a meeting and there is overflow, we schedule a luncheon and discuss that overflow.
So we can't. Because any board business has to be open to the public
Yes, and that's,
with like notice, so.
yeah.
Just- Not that I hate the idea, but.
No, but
Oh, my idea is not for to discuss board
Correct.
business.
we're not
Right,
discussing
right,
board
that's
business, we outside, we are communicating with each other and learning about
Open-
each other's
open meeting
skills.
laws.
We could do that.
So anything that's an overflow has
And you
to
don't have-
literally go
no
into
It's
the
no
other.
obligation, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
put it out there every month meeting for dinner or whatever, drinks, or slice of pizza, doesn't matter. One
Okay,
time in this session.
so those are the 4 goals.
Right.
The district needs, we have interwoven a lot of what we wanted to say along the way. Do we want to go over, Valerie? Do we want to go over the charts that were given to us? Specifically with the response counts?
You mean the survey responses?
Do we want to go over that?
Survey.
No,
Okay.
The request from, I guess, a year ago, and then what the committee,
No,
what the staff
Today?
recommended
No, I don't.
around it.
Tonight, right now? Are you asking, do I want to do it? No,
Mhm.
I don't know about everybody else.
It's very important.
All right,
This is like the last month that we have to.
all right.
I mean, right now, we have like crime being, we select your top 3. It was crime and public safety, it was crime and public safety, all high on the list.
Okay, I think you're talking about 2 different things. You're talking about the list and the responses that we got. You're talking about the survey responses?
I'm talking about the survey responses, yes.
You talk about the survey, the,
Getting lost there.
Yeah.
what survey responses, what do you?
We're talking about the
The-
district needs, right?
Yeah,
So what did you put the report of the district need and what we?
Okay,
Well, that's, you know,
I
the chair's
that
response.
one. Oh, I had that on.
Oh, yeah, that's an old business. That's an old.
You don't want to do deep.
Is it?
No.
We are in D, we had the goals for 2025 and 2026, which was C.
Yeah.
Oh, and district needs, okay, D,
Which is the spreadsheet.
which we've already interwoven a lot of.
Where'd Khalid go?
Lead,
Khalid,
Don't worry, I got it. Leave Khalil alone.
no.
You're doing a great job.
Alright.
But,
Yeah, but.
Oh,
I guess you want have this be what we're showing.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Comments then?
So we already saw the one that was on 117th Street with the lighting.
I added the 2 requests that we discussed today with the trimming of the trees and the additional NYPD resources.
Thank you. I was thinking you were writing it down. Okay, and then, so we can bypass that one. And the repair, what is 21? I can't read that.
East Harlem sidewalk infrastructure.
Yes, and they have here, their response was,
For more information, please contact the agency.
that's disheartening.
I think based off of the staff notes and just also the nature of the request, I think if we want to actually get something done, we should give them specific examples, specific locations to consider doing these things.
Yeah, we actually had.
And I think if we get the specific location, kind of narrows down the need where they could just say, okay, we'll just do like these
One
two
or
places.
two, and then
But I just know like people like when you do their work for them. So if you tell them spots to look at, they're gonna be more like, I think that's why you got the response that you did. Cause they're like, oh, they're not even telling us where, we can just like make them go away by saying, for more information, contact the agency.
I get that.
Like that's what they did, so.
Yeah, at the same time, it also.
It narrows it down to the point where they will only fix those particular areas.
And then I guess next year you ask for like a different location.
That's how
That's how it
capital,
works,
that's
right?
how capital requests are, guys. If you go on our website and you look at active work notices, for example, right? And you'll see project HWX, whatever, it'll tell you specifically where sidewalk projects are, where a project is specifically taking place. So if you just say, fix the infrastructure across East Harlem. East Harlem is a huge location, it's a huge district. It's better to be a lot more specific. Look at pedestrian ramp upgrades, HWPR 20MXC. You go into that, it'll tell you, relocation along East 97th Street, corners of 112th, East 112th and First Avenue, so on and so forth. So if you have to be a lot more specific for your locations when you're thinking about sidewalk or pedestrian ramp and utility improvements. And then also you have to consider that sidewalks are primarily the responsibility of the property owner. So when you say sidewalk improve sidewalk infrastructure, they'll ask you, well, what specific location you're seeing these sidewalks damaged? And then they'll probably tell you, well, this is directly in front of the property of this address and the property owner is responsible for the cracks.
6 feet from the property.
I'm sorry?
6 feet from the property.
Property
Not the
and
entire to the.
property and to the curb. Property and
So
curb.
we're gonna ask for look for the most egregious areas
It's better
that are in front of places that.
The city is responsible for.
Correct.
Public locations. So that, yeah, the pedestrian ramp upgrades those sidewalks, but when it's in front of a private property or even a commercial space, they'll tell you that the owner is responsible for that. And they'll have programs to help them with it.
For the city charter. As per the city charter.
Correct, yes.
So then, what I'm asking, so then would that answer go to the agency as well, go to the building owner?
So if we were to specify this request, right? Repair or construct sidewalks, curbs, or pedestrian ramps, and you're saying improve East Harlem sidewalk infrastructure. But then let's say you want to focus on the sidewalk on 117th here between Park and Madison. They'll likely tell you that, well, the property owners that are responsible for like this building here, they have to take care of that sidewalk issue. If you're seeing sidewalks that are impacted or damaged by uprooted tree roots, that's an NYC Parks related juncture. You can just simply request that they fix those through a standard 311 request, but that could ultimately be like if you find a stretch that's egregious along the way, that could technically be a capital budget request, right? But yeah, there's a reason why we're getting these responses.
So we have our homework.
Right.
Go find the specific areas that are most egregious, that are city-owned areas, and just write them all down and compile them.
Right.
Question.
Yes.
There is a stretch of land, sidewalk, behind, we did a walkthrough of one of the developments, and the whole sidewalk is like up, down,
It's
cracked and.
So you said it was by a development?
Yeah,
As
so
in-
would that be NYCHA's
Which-
project, or would it
which-
be?
Is it a NYCHA development? Is it?
Yes.
So it's on a NYCHA property in NYCHA campus?
I don't know, it's behind the campus,
What
it's
street?
before the drive.
What street again?
So why don't you take?
120th.
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 So I think I think with the sidewalks, I wanna say, I know we've had an inquiry before regarding sidewalk, maintenance with NYCHA. I think with Jessica, maybe a year or so ago. Raphael did respond to that. I wanna say DOT is responsible, but I don't wanna, I'm not 100% certain. And especially if it's inside the NYCHA campus, I don't know if, yeah, I don't know.
It's not actually in the campus, it's like outside the campus.
So like on a sidewalk that everybody has access to, the public sidewalk?
Yes.
I think DOT might still be responsible for that. I want to say, because NYCHA is a, I don't know, it is.
Okay, write it down,
The city is
Christina.
more responsible for
Write it
what
down.
happens with NYCHA and their funding.
Let's add it to our thing, and then you'll find
It's
out
inside.
from Raphael if it is
Direct
DOT or not,
yeah.
okay? All right,
You want to do
next,
expense?
I just want to say, for the request about the ferry terminal in the East River Esplanade, I think I was the one who recommended this, and I just think it's too specific. But I would like to keep that on rather than the recommendation to remove it.
can you say that out loud? I cannot see what the request is.
There's a request that gives a specific dollar amount, which I think is ambitious. And I thought the ambitiousness of it would, the ambition of it would result in like being like, oh, well, we can give you like this much money.
And they gave nothing.
They were like, get rid of that.
Yeah, they. Yeah.
Who else?
Accelerate.
Former physics teacher.
I don't know if I wrote that. I think this was my idea to put on.
You can keep this. It's just
keep it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna change.
I don't think it's a bad idea to not, for money, I think it's not a, it's probably a good idea not to give such a specific number.
I would
Because
take
maybe they
the
can
20
give
million
less.
out.
you want to, you can opt to revise this and then solidify this request by your next meeting.
Yes, but but right now, I would say I would take the 20 million out immediately.
Okay. Did you do that?
Yeah.
So,
Do we still have a quorum?
Go get the rest of the money.
Khalid, do you have quorum?
Yes. Yeah, you 7 for quorum.
All right,
You,
continue.
we're moving on to
We're
expense.
moving on, we're going to revise this, not here.
I mean, are you gonna look at expense budgets requests tonight too, or?
Yes,
Okay, that's what I meant.
I'm sorry, my ears are a little clogged.
Yeah, no.
I have a point of order, Cleve, we don't have to vote tonight.
No.
No, we're not, we're just looking.
No, but, or like, well,
This
it's
is
a
for
question of, do we have to? And I
You
want
don't
to
have to.
clarify that we do not have to vote tonight.
If you guys were confident in your budget request for this submission and you did that tonight, there's no skin on you, you'd submit that to the district needs and budget committee, but no, you don't have to vote on anything tonight.
And we're not, we're just taking a look,
No, good, I just,
a cursory
I
look.
want
of
everyone in the
what
room
we have.
to know that we don't have to stay here and work through them all and vote on it.
We are not going to do that, Derek.
All right, just want everyone in the room to know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I do think, like, in district needs and budget, it's our goal not to be adding new requests next month. So this is an opportunity to kind of figure out everything that we're gonna put in there. And then next month, it's the goal for all the committees to prioritize the requests if the ranking is different from what it has been in the past.
Let us continue. Christina, can you read the request on the top?
Oh, here we go. Provide funding for an expansion to the mayor's action plan for neighborhood safety. To cover all NYCHA developments in East Harlem. The adopted budget response. For more information, please contact the agency. You guys have gotten this response every year that you submitted this?
We have gotten that response every year, but we still like it.
We should leave it there.
We are passionate that we wanted to rename.
Okay. Next one is provide funding to study the feasibility of establishing a residential parking permit program in East Harlem. For more information, please contact the agency. Same response that you guys get for this every year as well.
Every year?
Every year that, yeah,
Please don't ask the same question every year. It's the same response.
for at least since I've been here, and with this particular request, this has been the response. For more information, please contact the agency.
We can add to that saying that there are other elected officials that have requested this in their communities, and it is on the floor. We would like our community to be included in this landmark decision.
Okay, you guys, somebody can type that in here in the committee notes when you guys are ready to do that.
I think it's CB11M.
See,
That did it.
Well, I'm just doing something else. But I appreciate the help.
So I know a residential parking requires like a change to state law.
Yeah.
And I wonder if their argument is like, if the law hasn't been changed, why are we gonna spend money and time studying the feasibility of it if they couldn't do it? So maybe we need to advocate for the law to be passed in addition to asking for the money, but that's probably why the agency is saying we're not gonna do it until the law has changed.
That's why.
We have to advocate for the law to change.
That's why to add the people that are in the process of changing the laws.
Well, like the Manhattan Borough president can't change that law, right? So like it's like a state thing.
Yeah,
So then you gotta find like assembly people and like state senators that are like, those are the names to use.
We're going in circles, so let's keep on, we're saying the same thing. So, go ahead, Pascal.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I don't know if Khalil could attest to this. If they felt like that, would they mention that? Like, this is not something, because we're only asking for a study. We're not asking for a rollout of a program.
Maybe perhaps, I know in earlier iterations, it would have explicitly said, contact your elected officials for, more information or something, but this one is saying, contact the agency, which is the Department of Transportation, and they'll probably tell you exactly as what Derek has just mentioned, in terms of like, the law and feasibility. So maybe you might be a little bit more strategic in convincing the local elected officials, your senators, and your assembly members for passing a law that would allow for it, at least in New York City. There is residential parking in other parts of the state for sure, but here in the city, unless that block is a privately owned or non-public block, I haven't seen residential parking permits.
And in CB10, the individual, I forget her name, but she was the one who was instrumental in putting it on the floor in the state for residential parking, and blossomed out to Queens as well as in the Bronx and Brooklyn. So that conversation is out there, the wanting to change the law is out there. We just wanted to say that we want to be part of it. How we want to word it, think about it. But include their names. And also to write a letter to the individuals, saying that we want to be part of it.
I say that we keep it. We could revise the language, but I think it should still be on there. Personally.
Moving on, increase resources for youth programs, youth crime prevention programs. Further funding is needed for NYPD to prioritize youth crime prevention programs, including MAP and other existing citywide prevention programs as a strategy to mitigate crime in East Harlem. The city should not only bolster support for NYPD youth programs, but also allocate resources to community partners engaged at-risk youth. For more information, please contact the agency. You guys want to keep this one again?
I think we should reword it.
So we revise?
Yes.
So I have it revise. Next one, invest in planning for transportation-oriented infrastructure. Provide funding for a formal investigation to construction feasibility at a pier at/near East 116th Street for the purpose of expanding transportation methods to the public in anticipation of the Central Business District tolling program. Agency does not support and cannot accommodate the request. Explanation. More information is needed from the community board to better understand the nature of this request. You guys want to keep this, revise this?
That might have been yours.
Funding for a formal I don't think I requested a formal investigation, but I think it's a great I think it's a great idea.
To keep?
Funding for a formal investigation into construction feasibility.
Isn't there a pier there that is in disrepair?
There's like a really small.
Pier 107?
No, that's at 107th Street. But there's like a sort of like offshoot that's. I was looking at the map earlier today.
Right.
Like this thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And that's not really a
pier.
Yeah.
In other words, we want to keep it, but we want to work.
Yeah, because I think it would be beneficial to the neighborhood to have the ferry expanded uptown.
Yes.
Instead of having to go take a bus, a train, or whatever to get downtown to catch a ferry to go to Brooklyn or Queens or.
That was the whole purpose.
Right, yes.
Okay, so we want to keep it and revive it.
Yes.
All right. Next item, provide resources to train officers in community policing. NYPD should allocate existing resources toward improving police community relations, increase accountability, communication, and transparency by NYPD can help foster trust among East Harlem residents. Programs such as NYPD Explorers benefit our youth as well as officers that train to improve relationships with our youth. This funding will provide training for this and similar programs such as NYPD Blue Chips mentoring and sports program that will aid in building trust by specifically trained officers. Relationships will evolve as officers in the community build more bridges, improving relationships through genuine cooperation. For more information, please contact the agency. This is for NYPD. You guys want to keep this? You want to revise this? You want to remove this? What would you like?
I hear crickets.
Who would we contact for that?
So you're supposed to have our budget consultations or district budget consultations that are typically supposed to occur during the summer season, but the district needs and budget committee for a while has not been able to have those consultations for just structural purposes, structural reasons. So moving forward, it's better to identify our NYPD liaison for such and the district needs and budget committee. And I guess any corresponding chair for the committee would have those guys say, hey, we have these budget requests. Why is it that, what does this response mean?
Okay.
I mean, in the past, I've spoken to the 2-3 and the 2-5.
Mm-hmm.
But I am willing to delegate, yes, Jojo.
You know, I was gonna ask about that, Khalil, in terms of like, during the summer is when we're supposed to be hearing from these agencies.
Yes.
And so when they say, 2 years ago, when they said the same thing, you know, reach out to the agency, during the summer is when they have these meetings. You're saying these things are not taking place, and what, this past summer and the prior summer?
This past summer, we have not had budget consultations, no.
And what about the prior summer?
I can't say that we have.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a year ago, I really don't remember.
And you're saying structure, what I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but what's the reason why these are not happening?
Well, so earlier, the district needs and budget committee was comprised of the vice chairs for each committee.
Yes.
And they were supposed to take the budget requests from the committee and bring it to the committee, the district needs and budget committee. And then that committee, DNB, would then have the consultations with the respective agency liaisons and go through all of that. But that just didn't happen.
Interesting. So that's the problem, in a nutshell.
So that's why.
Because you're getting the same answers. I've said I would like to be part of that summer thing, but I'm like, no, it's only these certain people. But if you have interested community board members who want to be part of that, and so let's have these things happen. I mean, if we have these agents, that's the whole point of this, get the same answers all the time. It makes absolutely no sense. And I don't know who's to blame in terms of these things not happening, but I remember you have these budget consultations with these folks.
Yeah.
So I think we should get a budget consultation with the 2-3 set a schedule of all these agencies.
That might not
Of course, all these agencies, but I'm saying for you.
I don't think that's gonna happen. And I think that the time frame for that has maybe already passed, but yeah, the DNB chair, the acting chair for right now, acting chair or no?
And I think it's ambiguous.
Okay.
I'll be the chair.
But
But I'm saying being that Jewel Jones, attends the 2-3 precinct meetings on a regular basis, she can contact one of the individuals.
It's not them, it's not like that, it's like there's a specific.
Oh, there's a specific.
There's a
Okay,
specific,
okay.
it's not just like going to the 25th or 23rd and asking, yeah, it's people who are actually actively engaged in the budget. Yes, yes.
That's the important piece of all this.
Which we don't.
That's missing.
Which is really annoying.
Okay, so you guys want to opt to keep this, revise this, or?
Just keep it, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't know how to revise that. I've revised that so many times.
Okay, so then you keep it. You just been adding these, right?
Yes, those are the two I just said.
Okay. Remember, this has to go with EOSP, so it should be there, okay?
Okay, so the last one,
Or at
can
least
someone
submit it
read
to
that?
EOSP for them to consider.
NYPD staff and training resources.
This is new, right? So.
Oh, no, that was just added.
Yeah, these are just added, so
Oh, okay,
you'll.
so you already did that. Can you read that though, as it is now?
I can't see. I just, you can see.
Sorry, okay, hire additional staff to address specific crimes, narcotics related, and increase resources for NYPD narcotics enforcement.
Is that specific enough?
No, maybe it's not.
Sounds specific enough.
But
that could be reworked, not.
Priority, I don't know, do we want to corridors? Do you want to address, mention specific places?
Yeah, specific corridors.
116th between Lexington and Madison.
It's already sounding better.
125th, Lexington and Madison. 124th, between Lexington and 3rd.
You should also add 122nd, the one with Dana Tower, the surrounding area. It is flooded with southern.
How do you spell Taino Towers?
TAINO.
Can you also add like 117th Street, like between Park Avenue and First Avenue?
That's a big range,
But I'm just saying that is inundated with individuals that need more care.
Any others?
The hanging out of drug addicts on 124th Street and 3rd and Lexington. They're like just fall asleep right next to the old post office. And you see 5, 6, 8 guys just hanging out and sleeping there. And they don't know anything about it.
110.
Excuse me, Carlos, that is, it's always best to reword it because they are self-medicating individuals.
Yeah, but it's still terrible taking the subway.
True, but.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them standing on 97th Street, Lexington Avenue, just like doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, the reason I didn't immediately put down what you just recommended, Carlos, is because I wonder if that's like a separate thing, because I think there's difference between like the selling of the drugs and then the using of it. But I'm, I agree that is something that should be addressed. I'm wondering if that is.
I have a picture of individuals, I think that was actually on 116th Street.
Pictures of them? Isn't that worse to call them?
No,
it is worse to call them drug addicts.
So
now you show who they are.
No, I'm just saying that there was a constituent that was feeling unsafe that sent a picture to one of our CB11 committee members who sent it to me, saying, this is what's happening, please address it, and it was occurring on 116th Street. It is a hub of confusion. And Lexington, yeah, 116 in Lexington, and that's why I brought it up with Detective Powers as well as with the DOT. So I just wanted to keep that on our radar, and people will come up and say, this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay? Is that it?
That's all your requests for right now, yep.
Yeah, one thing I'm thinking about is, I would say that the, drug use thing would be more directed to human services, but I don't think they're gonna want to have anything to do with NYPD just because of, their philosophy.
Unless it's.
No, we did ours Monday.
You did yours Monday, okay.
We didn't do it.
It's like, we didn't include black people.
Yeah, so I wonder if, I mean, it's up, like, this will ultimately be ratified by the full board, and also the district needs and budget committee will provide feedback, but maybe it would be helpful to have something to try and address that come from us rather than human services. But I'm wondering.
But I would not put it under NYPD, I would not put it under, as we heard previously, it's the FDNY that goes in for emergency cases. When a person has overdosed, when a person has, when they are in extreme distress, it's the FDNY that goes in. So if you would like to.
No, I think it's EMS.
The FDNY goes in first in a lot of these cases because they can get there faster, and they also have the emergency equipment that they have. So if we want to add that, I would put it with the stakeholder of FDNY as opposed to NYPD.
Okay. Maybe let's like think about how to, like I can.
You have to think the way how to word it. It's
how to word it, but also like sort of what direction to take with it.
Yes, and it's also quite late. Let us be respectful of each other's time. We did a lot this evening. Thank you, every person that has stayed until now. And we can move on since these were the additions. And I think we did a great job. Thank you, everyone. We got our goals. We got through the entire agenda. It was quite packed. We already did the old business because that was fit to be proactive about the order. So we can, yes. Carlos, thank you for being in person. Do we have any new business? My new business is saying that we have Maggie's Magic Garden. I'm gonna do a Christina announcement at the end. Maggie's Magic Garden is having their 32nd anniversary. It is open to the public between 100th Street
On Lexington
and
Avenue.
Lexington to Park and in the
No,
garden.
it's just on Lexington.
No, it's the whole
It doesn't
street.
go all the way to Park.
Okay.
It's deep, but it doesn't go all the way to Park.
No, I'm saying it's a street. It's out in the street.
Oh,
Doesn't
she's
matter.
doing outside? I thought she was
Doesn't
doing
matter.
it in the garden.
The 32nd anniversary celebration this Saturday between 11 and 5 p.m. Okay, roll call.
Leslie Colon absent, Carlos Diaz.
Present.
Pascal Hano.
Present.
Wanda Hopkins absent, Kilka Jackson, she left?
Yeah. She had to leave.
Christina Johnson.
Present.
Jewel Jones.
Present.
Sage Mason.
Present.
Carolyn Percy, absent. Valerie Ponte.
Present.
Dawn Sanders.
Here.
Oh, I see Kilka. Derek Stampone.
Present.
Michelle Wiltsar Clement.
Present.
Thank you. That's it, Chair.
And I'm guest.
Thank you, everyone. And now, I'd like to adjourn this meeting. The time is now 8:58. Will be exact.
Valerie, you want me to see the survey on your phone?
Yeah, oh.
We are still on, folks.